Hey guys, this is Malunoo from Cursed EU. I'm going to do a quick guide on Skarner. For runes, I start with attack speed red. Attack speed is really good on Skarner. How your passive works, every time you auto attack, it reduces the cooldown of your spells by half a second. So you want to attack as much as possible. Armor, just to be more tanky in the jungle, or overall more tanky. Same with the glyphs. I prefer flat MR over scaling because I want to be strong early game and try to snowball the game. For Quince, it shows armor as well because Skarner's first few levels is pretty weak clears, like he gets pretty low, so I want to be as tanky as possible. And for masteries, you want cooldown reduction and attack speed are both really good stats on Skarner because they work so well together. Attack speed gives you even more cooldown reduction because of the passive. Then some mana regen's always good. Even with blue buff, you can run low on mana with Skarner. Flash is such an important spell for Skarner to be able to get people with your ult, so I get both these to reduce the cooldown of Flash, and then longer buff duration. Defense, pick some tanky stuff. This is really good on all junglers, makes you take a lot less damage. This speeds up your clears a bit. And then use some health regen and armor, tanky stuff. Relentless to avoid getting kited too much. It's kind of hard to get to people with Skarner sometimes if they have a lot of slows because you don't have any dash. So if your flash is down, slows are really, really bad for you. And as for summoner spells, I take Smite and Flash. You should have Smite on every jungler, otherwise you lose too much early game, and you also get really weak control over Dragon and Baron and the buffs. So, and then Flash is just a really good summoner spell in general, and especially on Skarner. You already have move speed from your W, so something like Ghost wouldn't really do much. You want to have Flash to be able to flash ult someone. It basically, like Skarner in team fights gets a lot worse without Flash. He kind of needs it for almost every fight to be able to grab the right targets. Skill order, you want to start with Q. You spam it all the time in the jungle. Then I usually max Q and W and just completely skip E. E is pretty good, but you don't really have the mana to keep using it. If you really need the sustain, you can get it at one point at level 4. I prefer just getting more points in the shield though for stronger ganks because it gives more move speed. And Skarner's problem is getting to people. But once he's on them, he can stick to people pretty good, but you need to get to them first. So. As for items, you start Machete and 5 pots, like pretty much any jungler. Then you wanna upgrade it to this eventually, the Spirit of the Ancient Golem. But you start out getting the Spirit Stone, then I'd say get boots, and then it depends a bit on what you want to do. You could get a Philo Stone. So since it's a gold item, it starts ticking for Shurelia later. You could get a Sheen, start working on. I would say Iceborne Gauntlet is probably better than Trinity most of the time because it's an AoE slow. Even though you already have an AoE slow, it's really good to have too. Like, you're gonna just be so annoying in team fights with the enemy team. But definitely, if you're going Ninja Tabby, you should work on Spirit of the Ancient Golem. If you really want to get mercs, you can avoid this item, but it's really good on Skarner, so I'd go with Tabby and Ancient Golem most games. And then you want to have a Shurelia. Just everything on this item is perfect for Skarner. Especially the active, because you need something to catch people when you don't have Flash. You can get really tough. And then after that, you want to just get as tanky as possible. Like, basically, you go, if you want some damage, you get the Iceborne Gauntlet, and then the rest is just Shurelia and full tank. That's all you need. Yeah, I think that's about it. Thanks for watching.